Hello and welcome to my jungle of code. I don't know why I made this, but welcome to episode 3, and today you will be learning about /clone, which is super cool. So get ready and hold on to your seatbelts. Make sure to subscribe or don't, because subscribing is stupid, and like the video or don't, because again, liking videos is stupid, I guess. Let's hop into it. So in the last video, we covered /fill, and I believe, a few other commands. But today I will be talking about /clone. So /clone is kind of similar to how /fill works, and there's a lot of coordinate hunting, and you have to, go from one side of a shape to, or build, I guess, to another side of the build. And it's pretty simple, but there are a few things you need to know. So first of all, with /clone, you always have to take the bottom corner of the build and then go to the top and start with the southeast. So basically, you see over here, it says east and south, and so you need to be facing the way, you can either be facing south with the east that way or east with south that way. But if you copy from, say, northwest, then this coordinate will actually be behind you. It's difficult to show, or it's difficult to explain, so I'm going to show it. But basically, when you want to clone something, you need to start from the bottom facing southeast and go to the top in the same direction. And this should make it so that that dirt shows up right here, just like that. That's exactly how I wanted it to be. However, if I decide to clone from the bottom here and go up, which in this way I am facing northwest, then it's going to be a lot more confusing. So it might seem like it'll just spawn right there. Yeah, you just need to be facing southeast, or else you're gonna get something like that, and that's frustrating. So basically, I assume you saw, when you type out the coordinates, it's basically you need to do the same kind of thing you do in /fill. So the first coordinates are the first position of your whatever you're cloning. So this is position 1, this block right here, and then this is position 2, and you want to take your already kind of complete command and then take those other coordinates. So right now we've got, basically, if I did a /fill here, it would just fill those coordinates, but we want a /clone. And then the last location is where you want it to spawn in regards to your first coordinate. So say this is where I want it to spawn, then I'm going to take my command, and that is where the first block will be. So basically, there. Oh no, no. Anyway, that's how /clone works, but there are some modifiers you can use. So this is an impractical example, but say I want to clone this face, whatever it is, but I just want the polished diorite blocks. Then what I'm gonna do is take the first corner and get those coordinates, take the second corner, and get those coordinates, and then I want to put it on top of this tree. So I just want the polished diorite. And then you're going to type filtered and just polished diorite, because that is the only block that I want to appear. And see, there you go. Now you've got it without whatever this is, polished andesite. Another one that you can do is /clone and then enter all your coordinates and then do replace, and that'll basically move your entire clone to a specific area, including the air that's in the clone. However, this is the default, so you don't really need to add the replace, because that is, you're not going to use that. but that will show up in your options. However, if you want to override that, then you can do masked. And so let's say I want to put this underground, but I don't want to have, I want these blocks, the empty ones, to be whatever the other blocks already in that location are. So I can add the masked feature to make sure that all of the blocks that are air are not cloned. So now you can see, my actual structure is there, but I'm digging around it, and it basically wrapped the same features. So there should be a block here that's missing, except it's dirt now. It's kind of tricky to explain if you can't really see it like this. I mean, because usually you're only going to use this if you're underground or something. Or say you want to clone a house but have it kind of naturally blend in with the landscape, you could use masked, and it wouldn't take air blocks. It would just insert itself into a forest or something. It's difficult to see on my screen, which is why you should definitely try it out. Now that we've gotten over the first options that show up with /clone, filtered, mask, and replace, now we can try out the other options that show up after that. So say I want to have this, but I want to put it right here. And usually when you're cloning, if I take this and then put it there, it'll say that the source and the destination areas cannot overlap. So basically this block is overlapping, or actually this entire column is overlapping with this column of the same build, which will basically prevent it from breaking itself. But say I do want to have it break itself, and I want to put the face right here, then I can do replace, which is the default, and then add the force section, the force qualifier, and then it'll actually show up again. So basically this line is being shared by this section of the clone and this section of the clone, which wouldn't normally be possible unless you used force at the end. Another thing you could do is just move this entire thing. So say I want to move, I'll just do that so it's easier to see. I want to move this face. So say I want it to be here. I can just get rid of the move part and, oh, let me adjust these coordinates. I can say move instead, and now it's at these coordinates, but it has disappeared from these coordinates. So basically that's how move works. And then I'm sure you saw there's normal too, and that really means nothing. I basically got rid of it since there's nothing there now. But normal is default, just like replace is default, and you do not need to really adjust those ones. You should only have to ever use replace here if you're doing force or move, because that is the default. And actually you can mix these up too, so you could do filtered whatever block and then add your force. And actually that really is it to /clone. There's a lot you can do with it. I mean, clearly there's some seriously cool stuff. Maybe what I'm doing isn't cool. And, you know, /clone is annoying, but you should use it and definitely experiment with it and try to figure out how some of these extra features work, because it's really useful. And I'm actually making a big map right now. It's Hangman in Minecraft, and I have to use /clone so much in it, because I'm making all of these different arenas, and I'm having to clone the arenas into the actual playing space. So that's something you should definitely work with, and you'll probably use in your Minecraft maps. So go ahead and test it out. Like the video if you enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.